Alright, let's start up some music. Let's let people know that we are live. Give me just a second, chat. I'll put you into the... I'll have an eye on you. Just give me a quick second to do a thing I probably should have done before we started. But whatever, it'll be real fast. Trying to choose a time where some people might actually be awake for. Crazy, I know. That should be most of the links. Most of the places I'd want to send a link at the very least. Music is part of Cafe de Toho, so good stuff. Alright. Refresh things, make sure everything is good to go. How is everyone? Ooh, wrong. There we go. So my art pen is slowly dying. That's a that's some funny news. Don't worry, it is getting replaced, but the art pen itself, so it has some cracks where my thumb and index finger would like be, and it's because I have some slight adrenaline problems. Nothing too major. It's just I'm very easy to go into a fight or flight response in real life. Over nothing, it will happen randomly. I think that's just hyper anxiety, but whatever. Anyhow, I would hold the pen a little too hard, and as a result, the pen would be cracked. Was starting to crack. Also, over the course of the years I've owned the pen, I have started to wear down the stylus, actually. So I'm doing things to go fix it at the moment. Getting replacement parts, and then just going to do a repair on the pen. Which afterwards we should be a-okay to get back into art. I mean, I could still do art with the pen. It just gets harder and harder as the stylus is on its last legs. Which makes sense. I checked the I've checked the external hard drive where I hold the pictures for this like on this computer. Well, it's on the external hard drive, not the computer, but you get the point. I checked the pictures folder, and it has over 1,500 images in it right now. that art folder existed for a year and a half. I make a lot of art. I put a lot of work into things. I realize. So that was a fun revelation. I was like, man, it's like what we take like generously like 1.5 years. Well, we have 1,500, so that's like 1,000 images per year, which is like a little over 2.5 pictures a day. Like, that's kind of nutty when you think about it. Now, obviously, that number doesn't paint the full picture, because if something requires alts, the alts also take up a lot of individual frames, and alts also count towards that number. So it's not painting the whole picture, but I'm like, that's still a lot, because it isn't often that I make. I mean, my PNG tuber model is a decent chunk of frames all in itself. It's probably, we're talking between the different states, we're talking, so like not just the neutral expression, but when I go and, here, let me use a thing to act as a, but when I do things like swap the emotes, you'll notice that some of these emotes are animated, and those would take up a big chunk of that 1,000, because I think my PNG tuber model is about 100, and would be considered 100 individual pictures in itself. And it'd be a little disingenuous to say that is 100 individual pictures. It's more like 5 or 6 with a lot of variation and editing to it. Still work, but you know. So when we look at a number like 1,500 over the course of a year and a half, I mean, it's still a lot of work, but it's more manageable when you put it into the context of sometimes alts count towards this. So don't you worry, I'm not cranking out images that require like 4 hours to work on each 3 times a day. That'd be insane. Like that and a streaming schedule? Jeez. That would be crazy. No, I sometimes do 2 though. That's an occasional thing though. And sometimes you have nights where I go a little bit silly with it. Animatics take up are a lot of unique images, but I don't fully render those. Those are more like just line art, which is like fine. Oh, speaking of, and by speaking of, I mean this is a weird tangent. This is just a thing that came to my mind, but I am hoping, I did a quick audio check, and I think my voice is getting a lot better. In terms of sounding like how I want, or at least for the small bits I saw. I could do a lot more checking, be a little bit more thorough. I can look into seeing if my voice training is paying off. And by voice training, I mean no voice training at all. I've just been existing. I should really do actual voice training. It'd be better. Yeah. Also, there is a reason this is going to be a short stream. My sleep schedule got unfixed. And so I've just decided to stay up. This obviously means that I have a limited amount of time before I just explode. But yeah, that's the news on my end. Pen, voice, makes sense to me. Gonna go to a gun range this weekend. At some point. Sounds like my weekend's gonna be pretty busy because I'm also gonna be attending some social events, to say the least. Probably being one of them. And I can just squint and say, "What are you, a cop?" if you ask me about anything else. Unspecific social gathering 2. Keep it vague for discretion's sake. Oh! I mean, the last time we had a chatting stream was nothing like... There has been a lot between the 2 chatting streams. I like spacing out the chatting streams because I have more to talk about if I space them out. Because, go figure, being cooped up all day for a week is not exactly conducive to having additional stories to tell. Go figure, a medium in which you need to have stories to tell off the top of your head doesn't exactly do as well if you don't give yourself time to make stories. Oh, update on puppies because I haven't talked about them too much recently. They're doing fine. They're existing. They're also getting really big. They're getting close to 5 feet long. They're gonna grow to be like 6 feet long, so they're still growing. They are absolutely massive puppers. And they're chill. I say that, but one of the 2 really just likes being super noisy. They will bark at everything. Oh, for people that have been interested in my Final Fantasy streams, don't worry, I'll be continuing those. Just note that it might be a day or 2 before I go and log on to, well, before I continue the story. Right now I'm trying to level Red Mage up. So I main White Mage, but as per the usual, I like using classes that are related to the region of a plotline. Now, someone can go up and make the argument of like, hey, you spend a lot of time in Doma, shouldn't you use a, like, a samurai? And to that I say, run. I just like playing casters. I just like the caster vibe. That's the only reason. I mean, the theming of the classes that came out during Stormblood are all like, they're all classes that you would see from one of the places occupied by the Garlean Empire. And Red Mage reps Alamigo. So I will be using Red Mage because, to my knowledge, the main antagonist is holed up in Alamigo. The main antagonist for the plotline stays in Alamigo. So even though we had a giant, massive section of the plot that takes place in Doma, the push for Doma happened because we wanted a foothold to push from. It's like the main characters, their initial inciting thing to make, like, their call to action to help liberate Doma was the fact that they needed a way to outmaneuver Xenos so that they can liberate Alamigo. So, even though a lot of the characters are, it's like a lot of the characters and a lot of the plot is Doman, I would like to say Alamigo has just as much of a claim to this expansion. Obviously, gotta rep Ishgard, its very own Astrologian, when we were doing Heaven's Ward. I think I'm going to wait to continue the story until after I have grinded Red Mage up to a level in which they can participate in the end and post game of Stormblood. And then I'll figure something out for the next plotline. I don't know what the where the location goes. If it's something extraterrestrial or something, I'll just hard swap back to White Mage, starting in there. But if there's something more connected, we'll use that. Brain do the brain thing. Sorry, I'm getting extremely tired, and me sitting in a chair with really good music and a glass of sweet tea is really making my eyes heavy. I'll try to stay awake though. I'll do my best. But yeah, the brain. Oh, one of the side things, speaking of, I might be getting into. Okay, so I already know a lot of the rules for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I did a deep dive, so I reviewed it before the remaster. I didn't like it when it was in remaster, well, before it was in remaster form. The remastered and the current content of Pathfinder 2nd Edition is really neat, and I think is actually perfect for a homebrew I want to do. I will keep close to my chest on that. Just know that I may have some art online regarding an unnamed or unspecified Pathfinder 1st Edition campaign. So if you see art of characters for NPCs for a campaign you didn't see, it's because you didn't see it. Lamau. I've had the thought ripped directly from my brain. I am melting. I am struggling. We will endure. So yeah, maybe some more NPC art. I've restarted the Kill Leon comic. And by restarted, I mean, so I did a little bit of the comic beforehand in Autodesk Sketchbook. That was my default art app for the longest of times. I'm only changing that recently because I'm starting to learn a software called Krita. Krita is a pretty good free software. I do highly recommend it if you want to learn how to draw, because it will give you plenty to draw. Brain. Yeah, my thoughts are being kerplunkied. Well, can we make it an hour? Maybe not at this rate. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Remembering where I was at. Yeah, the Kill Leon comic. I did the first few pages in Autodesk Sketchbook. I am learning Krita. I like Krita better, especially because Krita has a preset when you're making an image to set the canvas to be specifically sized to certain types of paper. One type of paper being A2 paper. I think A2 paper might be the paper that gets used for manga or something. Doesn't really matter. But the thing with thing with Krita, yeah, it has the nice preset. I do like some of the brushes a little bit better. There is some parts of Krita that are a little cumbersome. But workable. And brain. We might need to end this stream after 30 minutes. I know, sad. It'd be a super short stream, but I'm doing my best to make the it'll be a longer stream tomorrow. We're just trying to set things up. But yeah, with us swapping to Krita as our main software, obviously the Kill Leon comic needs to be swapped to Krita, because I'll be working in Krita from now on, and I want to keep the quality consistent. Another thing I wanted to do is to make the comic in full color, because I realized, because one of the characters is the same type of slime I am, like so, it is going to be a little awkward when color changing based gimmicks are completely lost on the audience because color wasn't in the comic. It was a black and white comic. It's like that seems kind of okay. Yeah, so with that, yeah, it's just swapping the Krita. I will continue working on the animatics for the video. I'm trying to make a Momodora video. It's taken a while. I'm sorry. Things come up and I'm juggling a lot of things and I'm failing to juggle. My brain is cooked. My brain is cooked. Ooh, my brain is cooked. But yeah, I'd have to redraw the first few panels, or like first few pages of the Kill Leon comic, which is what I'm doing. So that's why it's restarting. And so that is oh, yeah. The video, which taking a while, mostly because animatics take a while. And even though it's a video essay, I want to make animatics for it. Because I think that'd be very fun. And when the animatics are done, I then have to add voices to some of them. I have to edit everything because it's a big fuck off video, and I recorded like an hour of dialogue. Well, I should pull the plug before I crash in the middle of stream. It seems like I am very, very close to doing that. Sorry, I might do... I'll make it up to you tomorrow. This entire chat was just more of an update on a lot of things anyhow. I'm too tired to be funny. So, you'll just have to make do with that, an update. Oh, because I do have the art pen parts coming in, I did temporarily put a $10 discount on my commissions. It only lasts for a few days. It's until I get the cart fixed. Well, brain farted in the middle of that sentence. Whatever it was, it's gone now. I will see you guys on Blue Sky. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, up until the 14th, the 14th your limit. $10 discount on commissions. You can spread the word or some shit. I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably play Final Fantasy XIV. If we're not continuing the story, I might either do some red mage grinding, or I might do some just like filler quests for characters who have not gotten them. But hey YouTube, you can find me on Twitch. Hey Twitch, you can find me on YouTube. We went for 30 minutes. I think that's good enough. See you guys.